So guys, new room. So lately I've been getting into and I've been trying to look more inward instead of my actions. I've been trying to understand myself more and understand why I act a certain way and self-reflect. So this is what I've been doing. So I've been getting into teachings of Jesus, and not in a religious way, not in any way that you think, but more about I'm looking into the teachings to be able to teach me how to be a better person and how to be able to work on myself internally and to be able to learn how to be more like him every day. So honestly, that's what I've just been doing. I've just been focusing on him, meditating on his word, and being able to understand myself better. And for example, like, you see, so what a lot of Christians do, that see a homeless guy on the street and they walk by him, but what are your intentions behind it? And that's something you have to reflect on why do you do these things. And that is what Jesus taught us to self-reflect and look inwards, and that sin doesn't start from the action, but it starts from your mind and your intention in your heart. It starts there. So before you yell at someone, you sinned before you yell, because you thought about yelling at someone. And so that's what I've just been doing, is just trying to, I guess you can just say, is master my mind and my heart and master myself, and being able to not let my thoughts control my actions. And I also like to point out that I've been trying to get more into how to treat others, and that also ties into me self-reflecting and looking inwardly, and pretty much and trying to be, I guess, sinless in a way where I think about something and I correct that thought before it turns into a sin. And so because of that, you become sinless in that way. You're still gonna have thoughts, and you're still gonna make mistakes. That's what makes us sinners, because just because I'm saying all of this doesn't mean that tomorrow I'm gonna get mad, because I'm gonna make a mistake. Basically, I'm gonna make a mistake, because we're all human. But I know that because I work on myself inwardly, and I choose to follow God's image, God's image, that I don't fall into sin, if that makes sense. So I sin because I make mistakes, but I'm not a sinner. Hold on. Okay. If someone pushes you, your first instinct is to push back. But that's a sin. But a way to avoid that sin, if someone pushes you, your human thought is going to say push them back. Or you might not think, but your first reaction is going to be the feeling before you push. You're going to have a feeling of to push back. But in order to avoid that sin, you direct it towards God by saying no. Tell yourself no. This isn't what Jesus would do. And so, in that way, it makes you sinless. But we're sinners because we always have this urge to sin. When someone disrespects us, we want to say something back. That's what makes us sinners. But because you didn't say something back, that's what made you sinless. And so that's what I've just been doing. That's what I've just been focusing on, and putting my focus on Jesus and his teachings and looking inward. So yeah.